Okay, now we have created 3 tables. Create table, TBL teacher, and TBL class also created. Then the last table, that is TBL marks. So let's create that as well. Do this with me. Please do this with me. Create table, TBL marks, and then the fields STID INT for and not null, exam INT1 not null. Actually each student has received 3 exams. That's why 1 2 3, that is int 1 not null. Then maths INT, so 3 maximum, you can go to the 3 digits. You have question? No database selected කියලා එන්නේ use කරේ නැත්නම් database එක සිත. You have to use the database. Here you can see after creating the database, here use DB school. Use DB school. Then only database change will happen. After that only you can write the table creation. But before that you have to use the database and change the database. Maths INT3 maximum is 100. And English INT3 maximum is 100. And then science INT3 maximum is 100. And that's all. And you have to tell one more thing, and that is primary key. You have to tell the primary key because this time 2 keys, STID and exam, are created in the primary keys. Okay, that's why you have to tell that there are 2 keys. Then you have to tell primary key, STID and exam. And when I describe this, describe the last table, TBL marks, you can see together STID and exam together become the composite primary key. Both keys together created the primary key. Okay, please do all 3. That is required. I'm copying all 3 from here to here, starting from the table teacher. So please do this, add into the code. And I'm going to reduce the size of the text. You can easily copy them. And here are the codes. I have created the table teacher. Not only that, I have created table teacher, then table class, then table marks. Then describe the table marks. Okay, do this quickly and let me know once you're done. I'll give you maximum 5 minutes. Please do this quickly. Right, let's do the data insertion for the first table. Right. To do that, actually, I'm going to use the insert into query. Actually, so this is the table desk TBL student, and you can see this is how table student look like. Desk table student, and this is how it looks like, right? So when I describe what I want to do now is I just want to insert into this table student. So this is the way that it looks like. I just want to insert data to the particular table. Sorry. Okay. I just need to insert data to this table. Actually, how I'm going to insert data is actually that is using DML query, data manipulation language query. To do that, let me write insert into, then the table name is TBL student, You can do this with me. Insert into table student. Then you have to mention the field names. Field names tika kiyanna on. STID F කියලා තියෙන මම first name දීලා නැහැ. MN LN city TP and S class medium C teacher. ඇත්තටම මේ teacher එහෙම insert කරලා ඉන්න ඕන මේක insert කරන්න කලින්. කමන්නේ අපි දැනට මේක පුරුදු වෙන්න කරමු. C teacher. These are the field names. Then the values. Values also you have student ID is last. Let's say 1. First name is Dasun and the middle name is Nilanjana. The last name say Sirimevan. City say Candy. And then what else? TP. That is 10 characters, right? 10 characters. 071988307 10 characters are there. Then S class, let's say class is 1. And medium, let's say English medium. And then the C teacher, let's say teacher is 1. So still I have not inserted teachers. Therefore I'm putting 1. And then to finish, I write semicolon and you can see data inserted. To check whether the data inserted, you can write a select query. That is also a DML query. Select asterisk. Asterisk means everything. Select asterisk means everything from TBL student. And you can see this record after inserting. Okay, please do this now. Describe the table, find out what are the fields in the table, insert a data, and after inserting data, you can see this values in the table. Next, we are going to do the same using Python coding. But before that, please do it using SQL coding. I think you are also done. This is easy, right? This is easy. It's easy way of inserting data. If you want to insert multiple data, you can write the same query again. So this same thing, let's say insert into TBL student, then the field names. Insert into TBL student, then the field names. These are the field names. And after that, the values, and then the values. Then you can insert the values. Let's say second student, student number 2 is like Dasun, Sanjeeva, Veerasinghe, and from Gampaha, and the number is 07737853002, and class is let's say 2, and medium is Sinhala, and then the teacher is like, let's say teacher is 3, something like this. You can insert data and finish. Now you can see that data is also inserted. So if I requery that by selecting everything, select all from the table student, now I can see 2 data items in the table. Okay, the challenge is we are going to do this in Python. Right, we are going to do this in Python. That means we are going to input all these things in Python and we are going to write that into the database. So that is the challenge. To do that, I'm going to open my Python IDLE, and also I'm going to open a file with database connection. Okay. So this is how I make database connection in Python. Import MySQL dot no spaces, right? MySQL.connector, and then you have to give the local host and root. Password is blank, and database is, let's say, DB school tree. In my case, I'm going to insert it to DB school tree, right? DB school tree. And before doing that, make sure you have to download something called Python MySQL connector, right? Otherwise, you will get an error saying MySQL this library not found. This is not found. Kila error ekak. You have to go here and please download this one, Python 3 MySQL connector. And you will be visiting this site. And from this website, you can download Python MySQL connectors. Okay, so this one is not really clear. Let's go back and I'll send you the link. Download MySQL Python connector. Yeah, this is good. Then you can select the operating system and you can see it's very small file, right? It's only 6.4 megabytes. And for 32-bit, it's only 1.5 megabytes. So please use this link to download Python MySQL connector. That is needed. That is needed for this database application. Please download and install that. Use the operating system as Windows. For all operating systems, so you can select Windows 64-bit version because you are using that, most of you. Then download that and install that. So that is required. After installing that, you can write this code to connect to the database. Then you have to input the values. Actually, I'm going to define that as a function. Insert student. I need the first name, middle name, and last name. After that, so I have to write the values in order. City, TP, S class, medium, C teacher. First name, middle name, last name. City. City, I have to tell input, enter the city. After the city, the telephone number. No need to convert because it's characters. Enter telephone number, it's characters. So then what else? City, telephone number is also characters. And then S class is integer, medium, and C teacher. S class, medium, C teacher. Then TP, CT, S class, it is integer. It's integer. Enter class ID, it's integer. I'll give inside that is the ID. So it can be like 1, 2, 3. So no need to give actually. So should be 1, 2, 3 something because only one integer. Class. Then the medium. Medium is again characters. No need to be integer. Enter medium. And finally, enter medium. Finally, S class, C teacher, right? C teacher is int input. Sorry, int input. Enter C, enter teacher ID. Enter teacher ID. Enter teacher ID. Right, then after that, you have to write the same query, insert into TBL student, that is the table name, then the field names. Then the field names, so very important. The field names are, these are the field names. Same field names I have to write. Same field names I have to write here. And then the values. How many field names? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you should have percentages 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. So this is how you place the placeholder. Variable වලට values එන්න තැනක් තියෙන එක තමයි මේ කරන්නේ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you have to give the values carefully. That's all. Right? Then you have to give the values carefully. Actually, to do that, I have to give the student ID first name, then middle name, then last name, then city, then TP. After that, S class, and after that, median. After that, C teacher. That's all. So it's very simple, because if you know the SQL, write in Python is very simple. Then you can commit this to the database or write this to the database, and you can say record inserted. Okay, let's run this and see. Then you can copy the code. So first of all, let me run it and show you. I'm going to insert a student. Insert student. And here asking student ID 3. Let's say Netuli, Mahisha, some fake name, right? Here, city, let's say Gampaha. And enter TP 077 some number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay, 10 characters. Enter class ID, let's say 2, medium English. Enter teacher ID, but anyway, some inserting teacher ID as 2. Okay, one record inserted. I'm happy with that, but let's see whether it's done perfectly. To see that, I have to select all from the, and you can see the Netuli Mahesha Hera is inserted now, right? It's very smooth after writing the code, because now you can insert that as a, write that as a code. And to select the code, select the student's data, you can write the same query, search student, and you can get the ID. Let's say search student, search student, and when you run the function ID to search, let's say I am going to search 3, and you can see the data. It's about Netuli, all the data. It's in the raw format, right? The raw format taking in, but don't worry. Anyway, it's searching. Okay, so I think you can write down this quickly, or I think it will take more time. So my recommendation is take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. Clearly take a screenshot of this. And anyway, I'll add this to the note and send it to you. But I'll add this to the note and send it to you. But take a screenshot. Okay. Taken.
Okay.
Right. Right. I know. So this is like you have to work hard to do this. Right? You have to write the code perfectly without any errors. But anyway, so my target was to do this anyhow, at least one code. So now you have to do more. But my task is over. But you have to practice this. Try to do this. If you get in, if you are getting any errors, please send me a WhatsApp. I'll help you correct that, right? And with that, I'm going to stop from here for today, a little earlier. So, but you have to practice this. Right. Then let's meet next week. I think you have taken the screenshot, right? Let's meet next week, and good night. See you all in the next week.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Thank you. Good night.